Oi, gente. Tô passando aqui para agradecer as mensagens de carinho. Eu não consegui contato com ninguém a partir do momento que eu saí da sala, que me anunciaram que eu estava fora.
Are the Olympic Games getting unfair? The Olympic Games are often seen as the peak of an athlete's career. However, it was not the case for Brazilian swimmer Anna Carolina Vieira. Let's get into it all. On July 26, just days into the Games, Vieira found herself at the centre of a controversy that would lead her to dismissal from the Brazilian Olympic team. The incident that sparked this turn of events seemed, on the surface, relatively minor. It was simply that Vieira and her boyfriend, fellow swimmer Gabriel, left the Olympic Village without obtaining proper clearance from the official teams. For many, this might seem like a small law break. After all, athletes are adults, and the desire to explore the host city or spend time with loved ones during such a high-pressure event is understandable. However, in the strictly regulated world of Olympic competition, even minor breaches of protocol can have major consequences. The Brazilian Olympic Committee, BOC, discovered Vieira's unauthorised excursion through an unlikely source, the social media. In an age where athletes are encouraged to engage with fans through platforms like Instagram and Twitter, Vieira's decision to post photos of her time outside the village proved to be too costly. Team officials, upon seeing the images, immediately launched an investigation into the matter. But the story don't end there. According to BOC's statement, Vieira's dismissal wasn't solely based on the single incident. The committee cited acts of indiscipline committed by both Vieira and Gabriel. Most significantly, they accused Vieira of behaving in a disrespectful and aggressive manner when she contested a technical decision made by the Brazilian swimming team committee. This extra and dramatic information does paint a more complex picture of the situation, rather than it just being a disciplinary action. It suggests that there may have been underlying tensions or issues between Vieira and team management prior to the unauthorised outing. The nature of the technical decision that Vieira contested remains unclear, but it's not uncommon for athletes and coaches to disagree on matters such as race strategies, relay team compositions, or training regimens. Where things get more soap opera-ish is the difference in punishment between Vieira and Gabriel. While both were found to have committed wrongdoings, Gabriel received only a warning and was allowed to continue competing in the Games. Vieira, on the other hand, faced the harshest possible consequences and dismissal. This difference in treatment has raised eyebrows and led to speculation about potential gender bias, or other factors at play. Some have questioned whether Vieira's more vocal disagreement with the team's decisions played a role in the severity of her punishment. Others have wondered if her high profile as a swimmer factored into the decision, with team officials possibly seeking to make an example of her. To understand the full context of this situation, it's worth examining Vieira's career leading up to the 2024 Olympics. A rising star in Brazilian swimming, Vieira had shown promise from a young age. She first gained her national attention as a teenager, breaking several age group records and earning a spot on the Brazilians' national team for international competitions. Like many athletes, she also faced setbacks due to injuries and the global COVID-19 pandemic, which disrupted training schedules and competitions worldwide. Despite these challenges, Vieira persevered, constantly improving her times and establishing herself as one of Brazil's top female swimmers. Her selection for the 2024 Olympic team was a natural progression and a chance for Vieira to showcase her talents on the world stage. The 4x100 metre freestyle relay, in which Vieira competed on July 27th, was expected to be one of her key events. While the team's 12th place finish wasn't the result they'd hoped for, it was still a respectable showing in a highly competitive field. The controversy surrounding Vieira's dismissal has sparked intense debate within Brazil and the international swimming community. Some have defended the BOC's decision, arguing that maintaining discipline and adherence to rules is crucial in a high-stakes environment like the Olympics. Others, however, have criticised the punishment as overly harsh and potentially damaging to Vieira's career. They argued that a warning or temporary suspension would have been more appropriate, especially given that Gabriel received a lesser punishment for the same initial infraction. The head of Brazil's swimming team, in comments to the media, emphasised the seriousness with which they viewed the Olympics. "We're not here playing or taking a vacation," he stated. "We're here working for Brazil, for the 200 million taxpayers who are also working for us." These words do show the immense pressure placed on Olympic athletes, not just to perform well in their events, but to act as representatives of their nations. As news of Vieira's dismissal spread, it obviously led to comparisons with past Olympic controversies and discussions about the intense pressure faced by athletes. One such case that came to mind for many was that of US swimmer Ryan Lochte during the 2016 Rio Olympics. Locked faced several backlash and lost several sponsorships after fabricating a story about being robbed at gunpoint to cover up his and his teammates' vandalism of a gas station bathroom. While the nature and severity of Locke's actions were quite different from Vieira's, both cases highlighted the intense spotlight on Olympic athletes and the potential consequences of their actions both in and out of competition. What's more, the Vieira incident has also reignited debates about the strict controls placed on Olympic athletes. While the Olympic Village is designed to provide a secure and focused environment for competitors, some argue that the rules can be overly restrictive, failing to account for the athletes' needs for personal time and mental health breaks. This decision also ties into broader conversations about athletes' welfare that have gained prominence in recent years. High-profile athletes like gymnast Simone Biles and tennis player Naomi Osaka have brought attention to the immense pressures faced by elite competitors and the importance of prioritising mental health alongside physical performance as well. One of the most glaring examples of this inconsistency came to light in the lead-up to the 2024 Games, where it was revealed that a convicted rapist would be allowed to compete. This decision sparked outrage and disbelief among athletes, fans and advocacy groups worldwide. The athlete in question, Steven van der Velde, had been convicted of rape several years prior to the Olympics, but had served his sentence and been cleared to compete by his National Olympics Committee and subsequently the IOC. Coming back to Vieira's case, some had speculated that the stress of the Olympics competition, combined with the potential disagreements with coaching staff, may have contributed to a decision to leave the village without permission. The incident had also raised questions about the role of social media in athletes' lives. While platforms like Instagram and Twitter can help athletes build their personal brand and connect with fans, Vieira's case demonstrates how they can also lead to unintended consequences. Some teams and sporting organisations have begun implementing stricter social media policies for athletes during major competitions, recognising the potential for distractions or controversy. As the 2024 Paris Olympics continue, Vieira's early departure casts a shadow over what should have been a highlight of her swimming career. The long-term impact on her future in the sport remains to be seen. Will she be able to regain her place on the Brazil national team? How will this incident affect potential sponsorships? Nobody knows for sure. For the Brazilian swim team, Vieira's dismissal means adjusting their plans for the upcoming events. Her absence may impact relay teams' compositions and overall morale within the team. It also places additional pressure on the remaining team members to perform well and avoid any hint of controversy. The swimming world will move on, and with new stars emerging and records being set in Paris. But Vieira's story will likely be referenced in future discussions about athletes' discipline, the pressure of elite competitions, and the somewhat fine line between maintaining order and showing compassion in the high stakes of World Olympic sport. For now, Anna Carolina Vieira's Olympic journey has come to an abrupt and controversial end. But her story and the discussions it has sparked will continue long after the closing ceremony in Paris. In the high drama of World Olympic history, it serves as a painful reminder of the human element at the heart of the elite sport. The dreams, the pressure, the rules, and the sometimes harsh realities faced by those who strive to be the best in the world as well. Now, what do you think of this case? Do you think they were being too harsh? Do drop your views in the comments section below, and we'll meet again in the next video. See you later.